Tonight on DADITUDE, BBQ, and more, it's seafood night. We're doing pan-seared salmon and shrimp. You aren't going to want to miss this.
DADITUDE, barbecue and more. DADITUDE, barbecue and more.
Welcome back to DADITUDE, BBQ, and more. I'm super excited tonight to do some pan-seared salmon and shrimp. But before we get started, you know what to do. That's right. You slap that bell, you hit the subscribe button, and you share this video with as many people as you can so we can get the word out on how to be a great cook in the kitchen. Also, before I get started tonight, I want to give a big shout out to Bougie and Grimace tonight. Hope you all enjoy watching the video, and I appreciate your shout outs on these videos as well. Finally, you know the motto on this channel. We're going to cut the flab and get straight to the meat because you don't want to hear me talk the whole time. You want to see how to take care of this pan-seared salmon. So the first thing is first. I have three small salmon fillets. One of them is a little thicker than the others. These are wild-caught sockeye salmon. Now, if you get farm-raised salmon, that's fine as well. You can do the same thing with it. And the shrimp I'm going to be using tonight is what they call wild-caught red Argentinian shrimp. And we'll get to that next. First things first, we need to season up the salmon before we put it in the skillet to cook up. So I'm going to use, again, traditional Italian olive oil. I'm going to use my DADITUDE seasoning. This is the easiest recipe you can possibly do. This won't even take much time at all tonight. So we're just going to drizzle a little olive oil over each of the salmon fillets. Rub that in. You might want a little bit more depending on your taste. And then I'm just going to take the seasoning and I'm going to apply it liberally. As you know, I like some good seasoning. There is some really good salmon seasoning out there, by the way. I prefer to use my own, but obviously you can buy seasoning just about anywhere for salmon. Just look it up for salmon seasoning and it's plentiful. So guys, I'm serious. This is as easy as it gets. I've seasoned the salmon. What I'm going to do is whenever I'm putting it in the skillet to pan sear, I'm going to cook it. This is skin on salmon, so the skin is still on the bottom. I'm going to cook it with the skin down first. I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to season the backside as well. I'm also going to be using Kerrygold butter tonight to pan sear it in the pan with. And so that's it, guys. We've got the seasoning, we've got the olive oil, we got the salmon fillets, we've got some butter, and we've got a skillet or a pan, whatever you want to call it, and we're getting ready to cook these up. So I'll be back in just a second, and we'll start putting these guys in the skillet. See you soon. Welcome back. Now we're getting ready to pan sear the salmon. This is so easy. As you saw, the seasoning on this took, about 30 seconds at most. I've let it sit for about 5 minutes so the seasoning kind of gets in there. And now we're going to pan sear it up. So let the show begin. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my skillet here. And we're actually going to set it for the sear setting. And this should not take long at all to heat up. I've got my Kerrygold butter slabs ready to throw in there. And you'll see that those things will melt down really, really quick. Sometimes I just like to season it with just doing this, but this will melt down quite quickly once the skillet really heats up. And as we're doing that, I think the next video I'm going to do is going to be another seafood video, actually. I'm going to try to see if we can do some pan-seared scallops next time. I love scallops, and I think that'll be a great video to watch. Again, super easy to make, and won't take you long at all. That's what I love about this salmon as well. It does not take long to pan sear salmon. It probably takes longer for the butter to melt than for anything else. And I will actually be doing my, I'll be doing this in my hex-clad skillet tonight. Love hex-clad. I highly recommend them. They're great for cooking. I'm going to go ahead and swirl it around a little bit. You can already hear that butter sizzling up. And what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go ahead and just swirl it one more time. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the salmon in. So we'll go ahead and stick the salmon fillets in. And this should take roughly about, I don't know, 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes at the most on the skin side down. And then I will flip them over, and then we will show you that side. I'll be back in just a second. All right, welcome back. It is time to flip these salmon over. So again, very simple to do. We just dig in there like so. I like to get a little bit of butter over there. And I flip them over. You can see the skin side is now exposed on top. And I'm going to cook them like this. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to cut off a little bit more butter. Throw in the pan just to kind of get that to sear up a little bit better. Don't be shy on using the butter. Again, I'm very liberal when it comes to my seasonings and my olive oil and my butter. Now, I'm going to let this cook on this side. And again, I'm going to actually season the skin side as well. And what I'll do is I'll let these cook again for about another 2 or 3 minutes with skin side up. And then I'm going to flip them back over so the seasoning gets really into that skin. And then I'm going to take them off and they'll be ready to serve. And then we'll start in on the shrimp. The shrimp is going to be so much easier even than the salmon. You'll be amazed. So I'll be back in just a second when I flip these back over, and we'll get to cooking. All right, welcome back. The smoke is flying off this skillet. It's time to flip them back over on the skin side down. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, look at that. You can see that on the secondary camera. It looks fantastic. Matter of fact, I'm going to throw just a little bit more butter in, I think, just to sear them up one last little time here. We'll bring the cutting board over. Throw in just a little bit more butter on that. Get that in there good. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about right here, guys. This is absolutely amazing. I'm going to let this cook up just a little bit more. You may ask, how do you know when the salmon's actually done? You can kind of tell on the skin, but as long as it's firm on top, it's good to go. These smaller, thinner pieces are probably well done by now. This piece right here looks fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull these off. Turn the skillet off. And guys, these look fantastic. I'm not going to cut into them yet, though. Typically, as soon as I'm done cooking, we do a taste test. But remember, we have shrimp tonight as well. So we're going to do the shrimp up next. I'm going to clean up the pan, get it ready to go for the shrimp, and I'll be back in just a second. See you soon. All right, welcome back. And as promised, we're going to do some shrimp tonight as well. These are red Argentinian shrimp, wild caught. I got these at Sam's Club, just like I got the salmon. You can buy the salmon frozen, or you can buy them or you can buy it fresh. It's up to you. Either one is perfectly fine. Also wild caught, by the way. So I've already pre-oiled these with the olive oil. All I'm going to do, again, guys, I'm just going to take the seasoning, put it on top, and then guess what? It's time to cook. So I'll be right back with the skillet up, and we'll be ready to go with some shrimp. This will take maybe 2 to 3 minutes at the most. Fantastically awesome, and it's going to be amazing. I'll see you soon. Welcome back, and I've already got the skillet hot and ready to go. I'm going to add the butter, and we're going to get started. So again, I'm going to take some Kerrygold butter, put it in the pan, melt it down. I'm going to try to get it melted down much quicker this time, just by pressing it down, because we want to get started on these shrimp so I can take some test bites coming up soon. While I'm waiting for that, I am going to pull out a fork, get ready for the taste test. Yes, that's right. You can see on the secondary camera how that butter is just sizzling right up, getting ready for those shrimp. Oh, it's going to taste so good. I'm looking at that salmon right now, and that looks absolutely amazing. Anyway, looks like the butter is pretty much melted down. Oh, it's sizzling good. So we're going to go ahead and put the shrimp in. I'm going to put seasoned side down first so I can season the top. And you can hear those shrimp, they're just cooking right up. Nothing better than a good seared shrimp. I also wanted to make sure that everyone knew that I actually have done a salmon before. And I actually did it on the smoker, I believe last year, and that is here on this channel. So if you are interested in seeing some salmon on the smoker, go ahead and check that out too. That came off amazing as well. I'll go ahead and get rid of this for now. And we're just going to fry these up a little bit, pan sear them. What I like to do on these, on the shrimp especially, is I like to keep them down roughly for about 1.5 to 2 minutes on each side. And then I like to flip them over, and you're going to see a huge difference once we flip them over. So with that being said, I'm going to flip this one over and see. Look, that's already cooked up pretty nicely. It still needs some cook time. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more butter to the pan. And from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be back in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and flip them over, and then I'll be back and we'll show you the finished result here in just a second. See you soon. All right, welcome back. And the shrimp are already finished. This took maybe 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and turn the sear off. Look at these on the secondary camera here. Unbelievable. These things cooked up so good and so fast. These things look amazing as well. I'm going to put a few out on the cutting board. And then I'm going to take actually a bite here in just a second. These look amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. They pair well with the salmon. So this is going to be almost like a seafood smorgasbord tonight is what I would call it. I like to get all the shrimp out. And then I am going to do the proverbial taste test. And I have a pretty good feeling right now that these are going to turn out amazing. We're going to go ahead and put the pan in the sink. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the cooking device. We're going to pull this over. And we are going to do the taste test. So it is time. First of all, I'm going to take a shrimp. Look at this. Ready? Oh yeah. Man, those things seared up so nice. It's just got a good shrimp taste. If you love shrimp, you're going to love pan-seared shrimp in butter. They're amazing. Now the moment of truth, the salmon. Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. Look at how nice that flaked off. Perfectly cooked. I can't wait to eat this. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's where it's at. That's a 10 out of 10. Now listen, I don't know why you would go out and spend $30 for a salmon dish at a restaurant when you can make it for half that, okay? Go to Sam's Club if you have a membership. Go to Costco. Look and find some sockeye salmon, wild caught. You'll be amazed at the price, first of all. And you're not spending $30 a plate when you go out. So that's it. This was the easiest cook of all time, in my opinion. I think that you'll absolutely love the result. Remember, once again, smack that bell, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and share this video with everybody you can so we can get the word out. Guys, this turned out fantastic. Thank you for tuning in to DADITUDE BBQ and more tonight. I'll see you again next time.
DADITUDE barbecue. He's the grilling dude. DADITUDE barbecue. You know how we do. Let it burn, smoking meats on that smoker grill. Clouds in the sky, you can smell the flavor in the air. DADITUDE.